All right, Freak Nation, we are live on several Facebook pages right now. We've got General Tire, we've got Speed Freaks live on Facebook, and the cat sitting across from me right now, you sat over there about the same time yesterday, Nick Sanchez. It doesn't look like you just ran a race at Talladega, much less it doesn't look like you just won a race at Talladega. You're back in your street clothes. Couldn't you come over here in your fire suit and at least act like and look like you sweated it out at Talladega, buddy?
Yeah, we got to clean up. We got to clean up a little bit, but yeah, I guess we clean up well if I don't look like I ran a race. But yeah, I mean, probably just won maybe 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Yeah. I don't know.
We had some fun on our interview yesterday here in the Lucas Oil Studios. Of course, we're running them General Tires, and I didn't make fun of you, but I thought a dude from Miami. You know, it's open wheel country. It's Formula One country. It's Latina flavor. But here you are a big stock car boy winning at Talladega. Kind of puts those open wheel rumors to rest, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. I feel like anyone, especially from Miami, when they think of NASCAR, they think of Talladega Night. So to win one here is pretty cool. And, I guess not too bad in a stock car.
I was just told by Christy, your PR person, that you're known as Nicky Bobby. That's for reals. I mean, that's been going on for a while, huh?
Yeah, it was my mom's best friend from Miami. Obviously, their only connection to NASCAR was Talladega Nights, so they watched the movie, and they were like, come on, Nicky Bobby. Like, when I started racing NASCAR, it just stuck. And then I think I had one of my friends, Chase Cravery, in Miami, and he heard them say that, and he kind of brought it back to North Carolina, and obviously it's spread on the team and in the garage.
Run this by me. I was hanging right there. If they follow us on Twitter with General Tire or Mad TV or Speed Freaks, they saw me sitting right there as you were called the race winner. Your mom didn't know how to act. I think she was too emotional to cry. It was fun to watch. Run me through this, because I thought there were laps left, and then all of a sudden they go, "We won it." Run me. How did this come about?
Yeah, right before that last restart, they told me the next flag ends the race. So I probably wouldn't have made those moves in my teammate and on those other cars if it wasn't for the win, pretty much, because obviously someone was going to wreck at some point. So I was just trying to be aggressive, and I about wrecked in 1 and 2 one lap, and then I gathered it up, and I think it was the next lap, the 43 hit the 23 and the 20, and I just stayed in it because I knew the caution wasn't going to come out. And at that point I knew we had won because the lights weren't out and we were in first, and it was close with the 23, but it worked out.
So the ARCA series let all the drivers know that the next yellow, the cat that's in front, is going to win the race. So everybody knew that going in. So this wasn't some arbitrary, hey, let's just give it to Nicky Bobby.
Yeah. Right before that last restart, we knew, and I feel like that's why you saw everyone doing those moves. Because you look up and we think we had 16 laps to go. And I was surprised it was being called so early, but I guess the Xfinity race, played a role in that. But yeah, hey, we got the trophy, so it worked out.
All right, so you're a race winner, two-time race winner in the ARCA National Series. This of course, it's got to be your biggest to date. To survive this race, and we talked about, really, it's surviving Talladega. And there were times we saw some accidents out there. There was a scary accident with the 69. Was there ever a time that you thought, there's no way we're going to be able to survive this hurricane of cars on Talladega?
You're never safe at Talladega. Luckily, me and the 18 were playing it pretty safe up front, and that's the only thing I wanted to do. I didn't want to get racy there till the end when we had to, and I was kind of holding back and just I wasn't trying to be too aggressive. I wasn't obviously taking runs, and obviously, like I was telling some other people, the only lap that matters is the last one, and you just got to lead it.
When you watch it as a fan, when you watch what you guys are doing, I'm standing there in pit row watching this and watching on the big screens, and the madness that outside the car, it looks like. You're so insulated physically with your helmet, Hans device, seat belt, fire suit. Can you feel the craziness that's happening on that track at Talladega?
No, I always tell everyone, as far as racing and aggression and even speed goes, you don't know how fast you're going until you wreck. And once you wreck and everything just stops in an instant, then wow, I was going fast. But really, when all the cars, when you have 20 cars just kind of going the same speed, you don't get that sensation of speed, so to speak.
Really?
No.
I mean, even when if you're say back of the pack or at the front, and you're passing, the stands and sponsor logos. So you're that much that insulated at Talladega to where you really it doesn't feel like you're going.
Yeah, no, I mean your peripheral vision, especially in these cars with the way the mirror is in the B post, it kind of blocks all vision over there. So I really only see in front of me, a little bit to the side, but I don't really look there. So yeah, obviously when you're sitting low in the car, some of the cars on the outside kind of block all that. So you're in your own little pack, and a car might be moving a mile an hour faster than you. So that's your sense of speed instead of, I guess your ground speed, watching the banners fly by you and people in the grandstand.
Who's in your ear the majority of the race?
Tyler Green, my spotter. Obviously he spots for the 21 Harrison on Sunday. So he's very good. I got to work with him last year at Talladega. And he's really been teaching me how to plate race, and what he sees from the tower, and how I could better myself. And we could relay the message, very easily, and it's been working great.
Give me some things that he said to you to calm you down. It's like if he could only get in my ear as a fan watching this thing to calm me down in my beats per minute. What's he saying to you to settle down there, Nikki?
He just walks me through it very, very monotone, which I feel like a monotone, so that helps me, right? He never panics. He always says, we're good, and it turned out we were good. And he's very quick to relay info. Obviously, there you had to stay in it, whether wrecking or not. You had to stay in it because the caution was going to be the race. So I had to be in front of the 23, and while we were still wrecking, he made sure I knew that. So he's just on it before I know, or really anyone else knows. And that's the key around these places. You gotta have info before it's really available.
Nick Sanchez, your winner from Talladega in the ARCA series, running on those General tires. All right, let's say I'm in your ear. How does this work? Nick, you have a crap ton of cars coming up behind you. Don't worry about it, babe. We're chilling. We're chilling like a villain, man. Does that work? It kind of sucked, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hey, it worked.
You can criticize me. It's okay.
Yeah, no, like the thing with Tyler, he even though I'm on the inside line, he's spotting the outside line. He's telling me how far back they are, and that's a big help. And obviously, the ARCA cars don't race like the Cup or Xfinity cars. It's a lot more tame. So he just tries to relay those levels to me. And I'm sure it's not difficult for him, but he goes from two different types of racing on today and then tomorrow in Cup. So he's very good at adapting.
How do you talk back to him?
I stay quiet until the caution flag. Obviously, I don't want to step on his message or on his click, so I just completely stay quiet.
Come on. I mean, you're a low-key dude anyway. I don't see you getting angry or getting fired up. And
nah.
What pisses you off?
I mean, I don't. I always like to say I don't show my emotion like talking on the radio. I'm not someone who's just gonna mouth someone off. I'm just gonna do it on the track. And if someone's overly aggressive with me, I'm gonna do that same to them on the track without saying anything.
Look at you. You're kind of grinding your teeth with that comment too. Like, yeah, you're gonna get fired up from time to time, right?
Yeah, and obviously I don't like to fire up my crew and just try to do me.
Max Siegel, who owns Revolution Racing, of course, your team. It's a big win for him. And with all the minorities that have come through Max Siegel and Revolution Racing, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Nick Sanchez, how is this setting you up to make the next move into trucks or Xfinity or Cup, to take that path that Bubba and Kyle Larson did?
Yeah, obviously these races, when you look at Kansas last year, Dega this year, and really the big ones, those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that I've circled because, when you win at Elko, when you win at Berlin, it's a short track, right? You race there in a late model, you race there in a modified, and if you race there in the ARCA car, you're in a different car, but it's the same scenario. When you're at Dega, the ARCA car is going to be the lowest series you could run here, so whether you're in Cup or Xfinity, this is a track that's important, just like the other mile and a half, so to be able to have two wins on two big tracks, it's really important to me because these are the ones that I'm going to have to worry about in the future. So,
I mean, that's, again, this is a silly question, but that's the goal for you to make those steps, truck, Xfinity Cup Series. I mean, this isn't, hey, man, I won Talladega and I'm going to ride off in the sunset, right?
Yeah, this is a progression and, getting my name out there and, just moving up. And honestly, the easiest way up is winning in everything. So, obviously, this should help a lot. Hopefully.
Have you picked up your phone yet? I mean, have you seen text and messages and so forth?
Yeah, I haven't replied to anyone yet, but I've definitely seen all the texts, and it's great to see everyone, all my friends and family, and even other people in the garage noticing it, and I love it.
Do you know who are some people that have texted you that maybe the Freak Nation would know?
Ty Gibbs,
boom,
team owner Max Eagle, and many others. Texted, so it's great.
It's badass. You know what? I can't end this interview. LeVar, one of your teammate buddies standing right here. LeVar, can you scoot out of the way just a little bit, man? We got to see this freaking trophy, all right? Here you go. Take this phone. Come here. Oh, is it gone? Okay. Oh, my gosh. It was a freaking anvil. What the hell's Charlie doing, man? I wanted to show the Freak Nation that badass anvil, man. Is it still in here somewhere, Christy?
I think it's in the trailer.
I mean, it is a legit anvil with a Thor hammer coming onto the anvil. That's badass.
It's pretty cool, and I'm probably going to have to buy a replica. Probably. It looks pretty expensive. So,
you want to carry that on the airplane?
I'm driving back, so it'll sit. I mean, you can sit in the passenger seat.
Why don't you sleep with it tonight?
I could.
Just put your arm around it and caress it.
It might break my bed, but yeah, no, I'd be open to it.
Well, man, this is awesome. Congratulations. Listen, you've benefited from the Speed Freaks mojo. When drivers come in here, they win. I mean, they freaking win, and that's a fact. And you're a validation that you benefited from the Speed Freaks mojo.
Yeah, no, I really thank you guys for having me again, and hopefully you guys are in Kansas because it works.
Right. Well, Mav TV picks it back up in Iowa, a legendary track which you've run in Iowa before, so sure we'll get something in your face in Iowa. But, dude, thanks for doing this, man, and winning on those General Tires, man.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
It's badass. Look in the camera and say, later, Freak Nation. Hold on a second. Hold on. Ready? Look in this is the camera right there.
Later, Freak Nation.
Wow. You're going broad.